For years, Subaru has been teasing us about the idea of an STI version of the Subaru BRZ, and yet we've never seen one. In 2011, they released a concept version of a BRZ STI at the LA Auto Show, but never actually produced it. Just 2 years after that, they released photos of a Japanese version of a BRZ STI, but again, we never actually saw that come to the US market or even be produced at all. Another 2 years after that, at the New York Auto Show in 2015, they released another version of a concept car of a Subaru BRZ STI. In fact, they actually said that they would be producing this turbocharged 345 horsepower BRZ for the US market, but they never did. Just recently, actually, I believe a couple months ago, they released pictures of a BRZ with an STI wing in back, but again, for the fourth time in a row, nothing came of it. It turned out to just be the Subaru BRZ limited edition TS model, which had a couple tuned by STI parts, such as the carbon fiber wing, I believe stiffer suspension, but nothing was done with the engine. There was no turbocharger in there, and it wasn't kind of the full STI makeover that everyone was hoping for. So why hasn't Subaru been sending us a BRZ STI? No one really knows. They keep confirming it and hinting at it and teasing us with these concept cars and concept photos. Every couple years, it seems, we have another BRZ STI coming out, and yet they're never actually produced. And I think that the BRZ STI would be such a cool thing to have over here in North America, especially with so many sports cars leaving the North American market to go over to Europe or not even be produced at all. I would really love to see Subaru do something like they do with the WRX, where they add a huge wing in back, stiffen up the chassis and the suspension, and most importantly, add a turbocharger under that hood, because people don't complain about the BRZ handling well enough, but they do complain about it not having enough horsepower. It only has 200 horsepower, I believe, just as the base BRZ, and a turbocharger is something that they could fit under there, despite the fact that they said they can't. A lot of tuners have been able to modify their BRZ to have a turbocharger, and I really think an STI version with a turbocharger from the factory would be something that would be really cool in the US market. Sports cars are actually becoming really thin over here in the United States, with manufacturers like Ford sending their sports cars overseas to Europe, but not selling them here in the United States. And I feel like this is a huge disappointment, because there's still an enormous car enthusiast base here in North America who isn't getting the cars that they want. And I feel like something that Subaru made, the BRZ STI, would be such a big hit. People already love the WRX and the WRX STI version with its tuned suspension and all the cool aero parts. People love it over here. And I feel like the BRZ STI could be such a cool addition to the lineup. They produce all sorts of limited edition versions of the BRZ that sell so well. Why can't they do a full-on STI for us? That's just my personal opinion. Hopefully one day we will actually get the STI that they've been teasing us with for a while. And now I'd like to apologize that this video was really short. I'm actually battling a bit of a cold here. Maybe you can tell my voice sounds a little bit different than usual. Just all this controversy is making me sick, so hopefully I'll be sounding a little bit better in the next video. But in the meantime, make sure to give this one a thumbs up, comment below, and go ahead and check out my channel, because I've got a ton of exotic supercar and hypercar reviews up. And if you're interested in hearing about why the Focus RS left the United States, you can check out my video that I did on it right there. Thanks.